For the sixth time this year, it's a Victory Monday here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. So if you're pumped up about this football team with their unblemished record going into the bye week, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Fly Eagles fly, EAGLES. Let's start the show. A ton to get to here on Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Hope all of you are having a fantastic start to your week. Your wardrobe will be fantastic if you get hooked up with Roan. 20% off and free shipping if you use the promo code CHAT at roan.com/chat. I'm rocking their commuter dress shirt right now. Breathable, stretchable, comfortable fabric. You'll be looking good, looking like a baller without having to spend like one. Roan.com/chat. We'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. So we begin with this, and at this point for Carson Wentz, I'm starting to feel bad. I understand how his Eagles tenure ended, a little bit of on a sour note, and it's worked out well for Philadelphia because they pivoted to Jalen Hurts, and now he's an MVP candidate. Carson Wentz is not. But the guy cannot stay healthy, and him, according to Ian Rappaport, being out roughly 4 to 6 weeks after injuring that ring finger on his throwing hand does impact the Philadelphia Eagles because he might not be available when the Washington Commanders come to Lincoln Financial Field. Now, you take a look at what the Eagles have been able to do so far with that perfect 6-0 record. Took down the Detroit Lions. Week 2, embarrassed Kirk Cousins. Week 3 against Carson Wentz, sacked him 9 times. 29 unanswered points against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 4. Week 5, you go on the road banged up. You beat and outlast the Arizona Cardinals. And then last night, how about them Cowboys? Beating Dallas 26-17. Everybody tries to say, look, Philadelphia has not beaten a quality opponent yet. Well, there are only a couple of teams in the NFC with winning records. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, it's the Dallas Cowboys, it's the New York Giants, and it's the Minnesota Vikings. Well, how about them apples? Eagles have beaten 2 of those teams thus far. And when you look at the Eagles' 2022 schedule, you took on the Washington Commanders in Week 3, and you were able to beat them very easily. Then as you pivot forward here, you have your bye week in Week 7. You come back to the Lincoln Week 8, rested, recharged against the rival in-state Pittsburgh Steelers, and then you look a little bit forward here. Carson Wentz might not be able to play Week 10 against the Washington Commanders on Monday Night Football. If you're going up against Taylor Heineke, honestly, he might be a better quarterback than Carson Wentz on some Sundays. Week 9, winnable game against the Houston Texans on Thursday Night Football. Week 11 at the Colts. Week 12, you welcome in Aaron Rodgers, but Green Bay has really been struggling here. And then at the remaining portion of the schedule, Week 13 against the Titans, Week 14 against the Giants on the road at MetLife, Week 15 on the road against the Chicago Bears, and then you round out against the Cowboys around Christmas time, Week 16, Week 17 against the New Orleans Saints, and then you wrap up the 2022 season against the New York Giants. So Carson Wentz being out might allow you to win, and then you look at the rest of that Eagles schedule with how balanced they are, with the depth that they've been able to assemble on both sides of the ball, with the premier talent, the good coaching, and the roster construction led by Howie Roseman. Can the Eagles go undefeated? Are we really having that conversation right now? That's our poll question for Philadelphia Eagles Now on this Victory Monday. What do you think? Can the Birds go undefeated? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. I want to hear from you right now in the comment section. Now we shift gears to a Lane Johnson injury update. Left the first half against Dallas. That awesome victory. Appreciate all of you who tuned into our watch party on Sunday Night Football with a concussion. The bye week comes at a really good time for Lane Johnson and the Birds. Why is that? The Eagles with Lane Johnson on the field, 65-42-1 since he got drafted in the first round out of Oklahoma by Chip Kelly. When he doesn't play, 12-20. Goes to show you just how dominant Lane Johnson has been throughout his NFL career. And once again, he was fantastic against another premier edge rusher in the game in Micah Parsons. Everybody wants to say Micah Parsons is the Defensive Player of the Year. People don't want to admit how great Lane Johnson is, and it's weird how underrated he is. 37 snaps total against Dallas before going out with that head injury. And against Micah Parsons, 0 pressures. goose egg on the QB hits, and did not surrender a sack. And I really did think that this game kind of changed a little bit with Lane Johnson out, because Micah Parsons did have 3 pressures against Jack Driscoll, and he was able to get after Jalen Hurts. And you could tell that the Eagles' pass game and their run game was affected a little bit with Lane Johnson out of the lineup, because Micah Parsons wasn't able to have his way against the best right tackle in the sport and one of the best right tackles that we've ever seen in the history of the NFL. That is not a hyperbolic statement. He did, though, have success against Jack Driscoll. That was a matchup. And think about this right now, right? With how good Lane Johnson's been throughout his entire career, is he the best player on the Philadelphia Eagles? It's close. Darius Slay is playing at an all-pro caliber level, but Lane Johnson is fantastic. And with what he's been able to do throughout his career, it's really phenomenal. And the lack of sacks and pressures that he's given up is just astronomical and really eye-popping. As for those stats, I'll tell you about them coming up. We'll also talk about Jalen Hurts, man, because my goodness, does it look as though the Eagles have a franchise and special quarterback. He proves the doubters wrong week in and week out. But first, today's show is presented by Roan. This commuter dress shirt that I'm wearing has just added so much to my wardrobe. It's so comfortable. It has this stretchable fabric, and it's also non-wrinkled. So I don't have to waste my time with ironing this dress shirt, and the commuter shirt can get you through any workday and straight into whatever comes next. Head to roan.com/chat, and when you use the promo code chat, you get 20% off your entire order. The dress shirt was due for radical reinvention, and Roan stepped up to the challenge. This shirt, the most comfortable, breathable, flexible shirt known to man, and here's why. They have this comfortable 4-way stretch fabric, and looking good is easy. It's time to feel confident with a wrinkle-free shirt without the hassle. They also have these odor-free technology elements to them, and with Gold Fusion anti-odor technology, you'll be smelling fresh and clean all day. And on top of that, 100% machine washable, so you can ditch the dry cleaner, and you don't have to waste your time doing that either. It's promo code chat at roan.com/chat. We'll put that link in the comment section in the description of this video. Going back to the Lane train, it's now been 1,024 snaps total since Lane Johnson last gave up a quarterback hit. You want to wonder why the Eagles invested in him at right tackle? That's why. And it's been more than 1,200 snaps since Lane surrendered a sack. His Pro Football Focus grades this year, awesome. And if he's out against Pittsburgh, they have a pretty good defensive line. Eagles will really miss him, as evidenced by that record without Lane, but his overall dominance here. Overall Pro Football Focus grade at 78.2. League average is 70, so take it for what it's worth. Pass blocking grade, this is almost unheard of and unseen. 86.1. Run blocking grade, 69.8. A total of 410 snaps this year. Only 2 penalties, 0 sacks, 0 hits, and just 3 quarterback pressures all throughout the 2022 season in about 5.5 games. Lane. Chant it in the comment section with me, because the Philadelphia Eagles really do have a special and unique player holding it down at that right tackle spot. This guy has been one of one. Before we get to Jalen Hurts, who's been one of one this year, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just want to thank everybody out there for helping us reach 34,000 subscribers during our watch party last night. Fly, Eagles, fly. Really do appreciate the support. And if you want more videos like this, lock us in, hit that red subscribe button. Informative, entertaining, news, rumors, analysis, live shows, and watch parties every single day, in season, off season. Thank you very much for hitting that red subscribe button in advance. All right, now let's shift gears to Jalen Hurts. I really did think that going in, yeah, the Eagles were 5-0, last unbeaten team in the NFL, but for him and Nick Sirianni, this was a statement game. Jalen Hurts in his career against Dallas going into Sunday Night Football, 0-2, and wasn't good as a passer. But as he's shown this year, he's taken those necessary strides as a passer. And winning for Jalen Hurts is starting to become routine. He is now 11-1 in his last 12 regular season starts, and we've seen the development and the steps taken forward as a passer in this league. And his calm demeanor really is something incredibly unique that the great quarterbacks do possess, that flatlining ability. And for Hurts, highest passer rating so far, 104.6, and QBR at 65 flat among all quarterbacks to play against the Dallas Cowboys this year. And the Dallas Cowboys have played some pretty legitimate quarterbacks this year in the NFL because their schedule has been pretty difficult. Jalen Hurts, higher passer rating and QBR than Tom Brady against this Dallas defense. that everybody was saying was the best in the NFL going into last night. Joe Burrow coming off that AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl appearance. Matthew Stafford, the Super Bowl MVP, and Jalen Hurts outdueling all of them against those Dallas Cowboys. And where I really am impressed with Jalen Hurts and this entire Eagles offense as a whole is in this category. This is now back-to-back weeks in which the Eagles had the game get a little bit tight after taking an early advantage, and when they needed to march down the field to put points on the board to salt the game away. Against Arizona, they did it. Against the Dallas Cowboys, they did it. That's a sign of a good team, especially when the opposing defense kind of knows what's coming with that ground game, yet they still couldn't stop it. And for Hurts, thought he was really good against Dallas. After Dallas got it to 20-17, he completed all of his passes. He threw that touchdown to Devontae Smith as he rolled right out of the pocket. Nice little touch on that ball to get it over the defender. And he ran for a critical first down on a 3rd and 4. Big-time players make big-time plays in big situations. That's what Jalen Hurts has been doing all year, folks. And what I love about him, it's just his makeup. It's just his confidence. It's the leadership qualities. And the fact that whether he's up or down, you know what Jalen Hurts is? Jalen Hurts is a flatliner. When the going gets tough, when it's easy sledding for the Philadelphia Eagles, this guy here to my right always remains the same. Flatliner. Doesn't get overwhelmed with emotions. When the Cowboys are coming back, he doesn't panic. So oftentimes, quarterbacks start to feel that pressure. They'll go out there and in front of the home crowd that was feeding off the momentum from the Philadelphia Phillies, they'll try to force something. Jalen Hurts didn't make a mistake. Jalen Hurts didn't bat an eye. Flatliner. OG Jalen Hurts. My gosh, this kid, it's been fascinating to see him develop over the last couple of years. So do you think that Hurts, number one, is the Eagles franchise quarterback moving forward? Once again, show off your football intellect. And if you want to expand on this answer, you can. But either way, give me an F for franchise quarterback, S for, he's more so of a solid guy. Let me know, and as always, appreciate all of you for watching today's show. Don't forget to subscribe. And, of course, moving forward, videos every single day. Fly, Eagles, fly. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. We out.